Hi, and welcome to Campus Mortgage, the mortgage industry's leading provider of underwriting, processing, quality control, servicing, and closing training. Before we get started, please take a moment to read Campus Mortgage's disclaimer and keep in mind the information contained in this video is time sensitive and subject to change without notice. So let's get started. Today, we will be discussing part one of a three-part video series, which will cover mortgage fraud red flags. Red flags. Some of you might be asking yourself, what are red flags? Well, red flags are inconsistencies in the information presented in a loan file or on the 1003 that's going to require a second look. So anything that stands out as being suspicious is a red flag. I have listed the most common areas of red flags. I'm going to go ahead and break down 6 categories, and those categories consist of liabilities, credit, assets, employment and income, occupancy, and appraisal. So let's start with liabilities. What you want to do in the liabilities is to look at undisclosed or inaccurately provided debt. And you can do that by looking at the bank statements. You want to look to see if there's any monthly recurring debt that is not listed on the 1003. You can also look at the pay stub provided and see if there's a deduction for child support. A lot of times you're not going to see that the borrower disclosed a deduction for child support, but you can find that on the pay stub. Lastly, you want to make sure that you're comparing the credit report's trade line deductions to the 1003 liability section. Now let's move on to credit. In the credit section, you want to make sure that the credit report reflects all the borrower's accurate information that they've already given to you, such as driver's license or social security. You're just going to cross-reference what they've provided you with what the credit report states. Some common credit red flags to look out for would be a new issued social security number. So if you have a 30-year-old that's trying to buy a house and they provide you with a newly issued social security number, that's going to be a red flag. A duplicate social security number, if another person is using the same social security number, that is going to be a red flag. An invalid social security number by 1-digit variance is another example. Missing pages or supplements, length of established credit, not consistent with the applicant's age. Common credit red flags continue. Just a couple more. Credit patterns being very inconsistent with what the borrower shows as monthly income. They could be spending way more than what they're stating they make. And lastly, all trade lines being open at the same time. That is a big red flag. Or no credit history or thin credit files. That concludes part one of this 3-part video series. For more tips, videos, and for a full list of courses offered by Campus Mortgage, please visit our website at www.campusmortgage.org. Thank you, and as always, make it a great day.